in this lecture we will discuss how to write the IUPAC nomenclature of cyclic compound, that is alicyclic compounds. Friends, in our previous lecture we already discussed how to write the IUPAC nomenclature of aliphatic compound, that is acyclic compound and open chain compounds. Friends, we used some rules and technique which help us to write the IUPAC nomenclature of open chain compound, that is acyclic compound and aliphatic compounds. Friends, we simply use all these rules and techniques which help us to write the IUPAC nomenclature of aliphatic compound. We use all these rules in these lectures. When we write the IUPAC nomenclature of alicyclic compounds, we use all these rules and techniques and some sub rules which help us to write the IUPAC nomenclature of alicyclic compounds. Let's try to understand what are the rules. Friends, this is general rules. We already discussed in our previous lectures. Friends, if you did not see my previous lecture, first see my previous lecture and then continue these lectures. Friends, in general rule, according to these rules, a word root. After this word root, we use our suffix, that is primary suffix, the secondary suffix, the number of secondary suffix is present and which position, like this, numbering, position, and before this word root we use all our prefix, that is primary prefix, then number, position, secondary prefix, number, position. Friends, first you see my previous lecture, then you understand it. Friends, in case of word root, we use how many number of carbon atom present in main carbon chain. We already discussed in our previous lectures. In prefix, we use for cyclic compound we use cyclo, and then number, positions, one cyclo compound, that is cyclo, two cyclo compound, that is bicyclo, tricyclo, etc. And all these terms we already discussed in our previous lectures. Please see my previous lectures. Then friends, this is primary suffix. For single bond we use ane, for double bond we use ene, for triple bond we use ene. This is number, how many number? For 1 we use mono, for 2 we use di, for tri, tetra. And position, there is one position of 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's start to understand with the help of some examples. Friends, this is a cyclic compounds. This is 6 member cyclic compound. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Friends, number of carbon atom present, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 6 number of carbon atom present, 6 carbon atom present, carbon chain, 6 carbon chain. For 6 we used X, for 1 we used meth, eth, pro, bu, pent, X. We already discussed in our previous lectures. For 6 carbon chain we use Hex, For cyclo compound, we use cyclo. All bonds are single bonds, so we use ANE. The resultant name of this compound is cyclohexane. Let's try to understand with another examples. Friends, one substituent is present. For substituent, we use prefix, that is secondary prefix. For CH3, we use methyl. So number of carbon atom present, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Use cyclo. For cyclic compound, we use cyclo. For methyl, 6, only hex. All bonds are single bonds, so it's ANE. And for secondary prefix, we used, that is methyl, in first position methyl, so 1 methyl. The resultant name of this compound is 1-methyl cyclohexane. Friends, let's try to understand with another example. Friends, in this case, 2-methyl group is present. For 2-methyl group, we use number of methyl group is 2, so it's in this place. Number is which di. For 2, we use di, 3, tri, 4, tetra. The resultant name of this compound is, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. First we numbering. This is 1, 3. For 2-methyl di, CH3 with methyl. For cyclic compound, cyclo. 1 cyclo compound is present, so did not use anything in place of number. For cyclo, what would 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbon atom, so with hex. All bonds are single bonds, so it's ANE. For secondary suffix, we use for functional group. There is no functional group is present, so we did not use any secondary suffix. So the resultant name of this compound is 1,3-dimethyl cyclohexane. Let's take another examples. Friends, in this case, we take one functional group. So, we already discussed for functional group, we start numbering in this sides, this functional group positions, because functional group is more priority than substituent. We already discussed in our previous lectures. You also see in previous lecture, then you see this video for better understanding. So we start numbering in this position, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Friends, we use these general rules and put all these terms in these rules, we get the relevant answers. So for CO, number of carbon atom present, that is 6 carbon atom, so word root which is hex. Then friends, positions, number of primary suffix, all are single bond, so use ANE. Then friends, secondary suffix, one secondary suffix is present in functional group. For COH, we use oic acid. This oic acid is present in one position, so position in 1. We write 1 or omit this because 1 is also oic acid. Then friends, go to the prefix, and For primary prefix, this is a cyclic compound, so it's cyclo. One cyclo present, so it is not used by tri, etc. Then friends, secondary prefix. Secondary prefix is used for substituent, side chains. So CS3 is a substituent, so use secondary prefix. For CS3 we use methyl. And then friends, number 1 methyl is present, so did not use anything, that is mono, di, tri, etc. Then third position, this position is third, so use 3. The resultant of this compound is 3-methyl cyclohexane 1 weak acid. Friends, we omit this E because weak is also balsams. So 3-methyl cyclohexane 1 weak acid. Hexane weak acid. This is our resultant name. Friends, then cycloalkanes. Let's try to understand with the help of some examples. Friends, this cycloalkanes always write in the derivative of cycloalkane. Let's try to understand how write the derivative of cycloalkanes. Friends, we already discussed how to write the alphabet nomenclature of these compounds. We use these general rules and put all this in these rules. We get the resultant answers. That is, the resultant name of this compound is 1, 2, 3, 4. Six. So we write 1, 3, 5 trimethyl. Then friends, cyclo, and for 6 we use hexane. So the resultant name of this compound is 1,3,5 trimethyl cyclohexanes. Let's take another example. Friends, in this case, some difference is present. Friends, we start numbering in this sides, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So methyl group is present in 1 and 3 position. So 1, 3, 3. Let's start to numbering in this opposite side, that is 1, 2, 6. The numbering of this methyl present, that is 1, 1, 3. So friends, we already discussed. This is our correct numbering. Friends, if you did not understand it, please see my previous lectures. So this is our right numbering. So the name of this compound is 1,1,3 trimethyl is cyclohexane. Let's take another examples. Start numbering. We simply follow the alphabetical rules. Ethyl is come first, then methyl. So we start numbering in these sides. So this is 1 ethyl, one ethyl, 3 methyl cyclohexane. Take another examples. But friends, in this case, this is ethyl, this is methyl, this is also methyl. Start numbering. In this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Friends, in numbering, in this side, that is 1 ethyl, this 2, 3 dimethyl. Friends, D is come first, then E, but in this case we did not consider di, tri, tetra, etc. So ethyl come first. This is 1 ethyl, 2, 3 dimethyl cyclohexane. Friends, we already discussed, in normal case we did not consider the di, tri, tetra, etc. But in case of complex chains we consider di, tri and tetra. Then in case of complex chains, first di is come, then ethyls. Let's try to understand the third rules. Third is nomenclature of cycloalkenes and alkynes. Friends, in case of cycloalkenes or alkynes substituted double bond and triple bond present in the 1, 2 positions, and then we follow the direction of all other substituent positions. Let's try to understand with the help of examples. Double bond and triple bond in first and second position. Then we follow the direction of other substituent functional groups are present. Let's try to understand with the help of examples. Friends, in this case we follow these general rules and numbering little change to that to numbering this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and other way there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Friends, in these structures, this is triple bond. For triple bond, you use YNE. For double bond, we use ENE. For triple bond, we use YNE. For these compounds, this is first and second. The IUPAC naming of this compound is cyclohexyl, cyclohexane. But when one substituent is present, so how we start numbering, that is CH3, this double bond present in this position. So what is the name of this compounds? How first we write them? First we start numbering. We start numbering in this position, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. We also numbering in opposite direction 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Friends, you clearly see this methyl group is present in. When we start numbering in anti-clock, this methyl group is present in third positions. But friends, when we numbering clockwise, this methyl group present in 6th position. So we simply follow the lowest locant rule. So this is our correct numbering. The resultant name of this compound is 3-methyl, that is cyclohexane. Let's try to understand with another examples. This is our double bond. So how we start numbering? We simply follow the lowest locant. When you start numbering this sides, 1, 2, 3 position. When you start numbering this sides, 1, 2, 3, 4 position. So this is our correct numbering. The resultant number of this compound is, there is 3,5-dimethyl cyclohexane. Friends, the fourth rule is functional group of cyclic compound. Friends, when a cyclic compound contains at least one functional group, how we write the IUPAC nomenclature of this cyclic compound? Let's try to understand with help of examples. Friends, this is OH group. Friends, we simply follow this general rules and write the IUPAC nomenclature of this compound. So the compound name is, for cyclic compound with cyclo. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For 6 is X. All bond are singly bond, so it's Ne. And one position is OH group present. For OH group, we use suffix, that is ol. For COH group, we suffix, that is oic acid. We already discussed in your previous lectures. So we use ol. The resultant name of this compound is, that is cyclohexanol. We omit this E. Friends, in this case, this cyclic compound contain 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon atoms, and this test chain contain also 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon atom. But friends, you clearly see this open chain contain one double bond, but in cyclic case there are no double bond is present. So this is our main chain. We already discussed in our previous lectures. So we start numbering. Friends, we simply follow the lowest locant rules and start numbering. The 1, 2, 3, 4. So friends, this is our main chain and this is our side chain. The resultant name of this compound is, in fourth position, the 4-cyclo methane ethane propane butane butyl 4 carbon atom is present, so with but in first position 1 En. So the resultant name of this compound is 4-cyclobutyl but1-butyls. Also write butyls. Let's take another examples. But friends, in this case, we clearly see one functional group is present in this open chain and double bond is present. This carbon atoms, but friends, this is our long chain. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon atom is present. But in this case, 1, 2, 3 carbon atom is present. This is our long chain, but this is our not our main chains, because functional group is more priority than the double bond. So friends, this is our main chain. We already discussed in our previous lectures. So we start numbering. This is 1, 2, 3. The resultant name of this compound is 3-cyclobut. We are also numbering this cyclic ring. Double bond is present in 1, 2 position. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 3-cyclobut 1 in while and then write the main chains. This is 1, 2, 3. So use prop and for CHO which prefix that is Al. This is propanals. Propanals in first person, so did not use 1. The resultant name of this compound is 3-cyclobut NY propanals. Friends, you clearly see this is carboxylic group and this is alcohol group. So we already discussed the priority group of all functional group. Priority order you clearly see in these pictures. So this carboxylic acid is more priority than this alcohol group. So we start numbering this side. That is 1, 2, 6. So this is our main functional group. This is primary functional and this is secondary functional. For primary functional group, we use suffix. For secondary, we use prefix. For OH group, we use prefix, that is 2-hydroxy. That is cyclo. For 6, we use hexane. Weak acid. Omit E, that is hexanoic acid. 2-hydroxy cyclo hexanoic acid. We follow some simple rules, that is ketone rules. That is cyclic ketone rules. A cyclic amide and cyclic ester rule. Let's try to understand all these rules one by ones. Ketone rules suggest that ketone is a main functional group. When ketone present in a cyclic ring, ketone also a part of this cyclic ring. So ketone always main functional group. What is main functional group? Let's try to understand with the help of examples. Friends, in this case, this is our ketone group. This is methyl and this is double bonds. So double bond is more priority than this methyl. We always, ketone rule suggests we always numbering in ketone sides because ketone is the part of this cyclic ring. So this is our numbering. This is 1, 2, 4, 5 and 6. So the resultant name of this compound is 5,6. This is 6-methyl cyclo X in second position. Double bond is present, so WENE, and for ketone we use ONE in 1, ONE, omit this E because two valsam did not present in same positions. So this compound name is 6-methyl cyclo X2E1ONE. We omit also this one. Let's take another examples. Friends, we already discussed this COH group is more priority than this ketone group. But friends, when ketone group present in cyclic ring, we follow this ketone rules. Ketone also the main functional group. So we start numbering in this ketone positions. 6. So the resultant name of this compound is, for carboxylic acid we use weak acid. This is suffix, and prefix with carboxy. You clearly see in this pictures. Friends, please pause this video and write down all. So this 3-carboxy, this is cyclic compound, so use cyclo 6X 1. For ketone with ONE, we omit this E. So 3-carboxy cyclohexanone. Then friends, cyclic amide groups. Amides formula is C-double-bond-O NH2. Friends, when this amide group present in a cyclic ring, how we numbering this ring and how we write the nomenclature of that compounds. Let's try to understand with the help of examples. Friends, in this case, we start numbering in this amide position that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Friends, for amide we use Aja. So this is second position, 2, Aja. Is third position, methyl, 3 methyl, and this is cyclo. Cyclo X for ketone which one section on. This is the resultant name of this compound. Let's take another examples. Friends, in this case, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, second 2 Aja, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For 6 we use X, for 5 we use pentanone. The third is cycloesterol, cyclic in this rule we always start numbering in these ester positions. Let's try to understand with the help of examples. Friends, this is an ester. This is an ester group. For oxygen we use Aja. For nitrogen we use Aja. So we start numbering this side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 2 Aja. This is cyclo. For 6X, single bond N and 1 OL. This is 2 Aja cyclohexanone. Let's take another examples. Start numbering also in this sides. For O is Aja, that is 2 Aja. Cyclo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So pentanone. Friends, this is all about the nomenclature of alicyclic compounds. Friends, in this lecture we did not discuss the aromatic cyclic compounds. Friends, we discuss it in another lectures. Friends, this lecture is helpful. Please share with your friends and subscribe, like, press the bell icon for more updates. Thank you so much.